Hello my friends. Right, here's a second plant of the day that I'm hoping to divide. When I first bought it, I did have a look at its downstairs to see what's going on down there, but it wasn't ready at that time. So it has put on a bit of growth and it does seem to be branching out. Got one growing in that direction, one growing in that direction. So there's a few different stems and a few different growth points. So I'm going to take his trousers down and have a look. See what's going on downstairs. Now I've stupidly made a rookie error because I wasn't planning on doing this. But this is me all over. This is what I do. I had it outside soaking it, giving it a water. So it's very wet. This is not an ideal time to be doing this, I'm not going to lie. But this is what I do. I'm a very impulsive person. So anyway, it's got roots out the bottom, you know. Drier than I thought. Can you see that? So the top is bone dry, but the bottom is absolutely soaked. That's peat-free compost for you. Now, if you're looking in here, I'm just going to lower the camera a little bit with filthy hands. So you can see that plug in the middle there. So we're going to have a look at that. We're going to just tease this around. Try and be gentle, but also you need to get the job done. So you do need to press it a little bit. Press it and tease it all out because you want to get that plug and set that free. If it has got a wrapping on it. If it has, it won't have for much longer. Surprises me how these plants manage to survive, you know, when the roots are all trapped inside. Might not be too bad, it might look worse than it is. We'll find out. Right, so I've washed it off. It's still quite firmly attached. So I am going to have to use a knife, unfortunately. I'm just going to get my chopping board again. And put some hand sanitizer on that just to clean it a little bit. Need to find the best one now. Not only it needs to be clean. See, that one is a little bit loose. So I'm tempted just to cut that one off. Or just to do it into two. It's finding the direction of the root to make sure you've got the right root. See, that one's got some nice root there. It just branches out in 3 different directions, so it's quite hard to tell. Decisions, decisions. I'm just going to lob it in the middle, I think, you know. So we've got that there we need to be aware of. there we have it. That is going to go in semi-hydro. There's plenty of root attached. And that one should recover nicely. There's got that may not there. Oh no, there we are, see. But that should be okay. So that can go back into soil. That's a shame, look. It's got. I might just stick that in water and see what happens. You never know. Never know with plants, they never cease to surprise me. Right, so this one, I'm going to cut some of those roots off. Just because there's a lot of them. And in semi-hydro, don't really need that many, to be honest. Cutting a few off does not hurt at all. I've done it many times, and as you can see, I've got lots of plants, so it's obviously doable, or I wouldn't have lots of plants. So I'm going to go and rinse this one off properly. Or what do you think? That one, would that one be better in semi-hydro? I don't know. Cut the roots off that, doesn't need to have that many. Very messy. Yeah, I'm going to do this one because it looks like the dirt will be easier to get off than that one. So I'm going to do this. This is what I'm putting my plant in. It's an old milkshake bottle, cut up and holes put in. Recycle and all that. So that's going to go in there. And this probably to half. And then lay the roots flat on that. Right. You've probably noticed these like little splash marks on here. I made the mistake of using neem oil with soap and peppermint oil, and all it did was mark on the leaves, so I wouldn't recommend using that. So that's my one in lacquer. Take a while to settle. I've got my banana plant over there. I keep thinking he's going to fall over because I did him the other day, but he was so thirsty I had to put a reservoir in because I kept filling the wicking bowl up and it just was empty like 2 days after. This'll do. Now you can see the top, but it's okay. Till it settles down. I could do with having something there actually, just to hold it. I'll have to see if I've got a bit of polystyrene or something. Oh, I've got all sorts of rubbish here, so I could have something. Just stop it about that. No, it's too tall. What's that? No. Rot? No. Maybe that little one. Stop it falling over. So there we go. We will settle. I've just upset it by putting that in there, but he will settle down. I'm going to go ahead and put the other one into compost now. That's how we do that. hopefully that'll pick up.